Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well. Hey, we are here with another live chat video. I wanted to just jump on and talk some astrology. I was just meditating and I was getting a few things come through. We are obviously here on October 1st. Wow, new beginnings abound. Let's jump into it, guys. I was meditating and I was getting here, and this is just a general video of all signs, It's not sign specific. We're just sort of meditating, right? And communicating what we're feeling. So, for those of you wondering, join us, feel free. But anywho, I was meditating and I was getting a few messages really important here. And I can't stay on for too long, but I wanted to mention this, if anything, at least. I was getting this message that it's really important to listen to your intuition around this time. And specifically, not just like in general, what am I feeling? And like, yeah, definitely. But more specifically, like what I'm seeing is not so much like ruminating, not about taking, a lot of time to extrapolate and examine your intuition, what you're feeling necessarily, not that that's a bad thing, but more so your first hunch. Listen to your first hunch. Okay, listen to your gut instinct, your first feeling, right? When it comes to anything, it's not really about examining your emotions, is what I'm hearing, but you always take it as you will. And again, not to say that that's a poor activity at all. And what is really a poor activity? It's all relative. Some things are, lovely at certain times, and that's where you have to understand as well where you are in that storyline with yourself. What do I feel like I really want to do right now? But what I'm seeing is that it may be helpful to heed your personal intuition, and really, even if it is, let's say, hey, maybe you take more time to think about this. Listen to that first thought. I also want to talk a little bit about self 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 perception here, because I'm getting that this is also a theme. So much energy here in air, specifically Libra. We are seeing a very strong focus on social energies and ensuring that like we feel integrated. This is just the natural impulse of Libra naturally, right? Is that it wants to feel a balance, it wants to feel that things are somehow, in their place and like where they're meant to be, and like kind of vibes and that feeling, right? That's the beauty of Venus and the beauty of Libra, that it has even a knack for that. But we have to understand at a certain point, are we over applying ourselves in that space of questioning, how things come off, how things look, how things feel, how things seem. Sometimes it's really about, again, the first impulse, like, does this feel right? Okay, great. If it doesn't, let me take a moment to step back, right? Yet again, right, Libra, there's a beauty though of that energy, and saying, in maybe certain situations that applies, some maybe it doesn't. Maybe in certain situations it doesn't apply, like, oh, if this looks right, or if this seems right, or if, I can make sense of this. And we were talking about this last night, like, air energy, Libra can sometimes think at length about, uh, we can think at length about things, period. And especially if you've got any main placements, any personal planets, luminaries, your moon sign, rising, your Mars, especially in an air sign, you're going to be thinking a lot. When it's in Libra, I'm getting it specifically though to chat about Libra, to talk about Libra here. We do have the sun in Libra. We do have, Mercury in retro in Libra. This is where we're going to be really maybe at times feeling like, the impulse to consider and reconsider, and it can even be a perfectionistic energy, because honestly, when is anything ever really balanced? Is that realistic? Let's really get down to it. What is perfection? What is balance? So has that been a superficial sort of seeking at a certain point in time for you? Look at where you've got Libra in your birth chart. That might be where this conversation is coming through for you personally, where we've had unrealistic expectations, or expectations that just weren't really actually in alignment with what we want. Think of it, at the end of the day, we can create a perfect silhouette painting, but if it doesn't feel right, if we feel in our heart it doesn't feel right as a painter of that painting, what is the use of that if it is so called beautiful? So you take it as you will. It's like, Only you know what feels right to you, truly, what feels empowering and what makes you feel complete in a so-called sense, makes you feel purposeful in all areas of your life. And I really feel that this is going to come down to your social influences, where you felt like, oh yeah, I'm in the cool kid crowd, and like that was cool, and I felt cool there. But you know, I feel like all these little walls are going to come down to the dollhouses that maybe at a certain point we thought were real about anything. And this is for everyone, right? Let's clear the energy and ground. So it's just a moment, and it's not to say anything is bad. It's just a moment where it's like, well, I just don't know if that's me still, you know? I just don't know if that's really doing it, right? It's cleared around. So I'm gonna get into the chat real quick. Hey. Hi, Sober Girl. Hello, everyone. Whoa, you're in love? Ooh. Sober Girl's in love. Uh-oh. We're not sober anymore with that. Neptune. It's very much like a drunken energy. I'm gonna say you're sober, but still be falling in love. But anyway, it was just kidding, guys. But no, but really, the Neptune rules. Love, feeling of love, ecstasy of love. Anywho, so try not to also just get down on yourself like right now. Maybe, but it's necessary what's coming up. Maybe it's like, damn, why am I not feeling like good about what I'm doing, or feel like it's not like, why do I feel like what I've done is just not meeting my needs? And maybe it did at a certain point, it's not anymore. Maybe it's time to reconsider what are my needs now, maybe that have changed. And that's the beautiful process of taking stock, reevaluating it, especially since we're moving towards that new moon in Libra. So anyways, guys, I wanted to just make this quick little video. I've got to bounce. I love you guys. Thank you guys for tuning into you. Enjoy this period. Stay grounded. Definitely stay grounded. Stay, sort of also keep grounding your energy field, reconnecting to what is real to you in many ways. And what does that mean at any point in time? Just take the time, possibly, right, to ask that question. See you guys in the next